All right, everyone. Thanks for joining Military History Chronicles today. Wow, coming with some breaking news. We had a show yesterday talking about where is this all heading? Specific topics, talking about what's going on in Israel and the attack against Hezbollah, and also what's going on in Ukraine and in Russia. But today, a few hours ago, reports started coming out of Israel and also in Beirut that a surgical strike was had taken place in Beirut against a command bunker, command building, whatever you want to call it. And then news started trickling in that Hezbollah's leader, Nasrallah, was taken out. I wanted to wait a little bit until more information was coming in. My primary source right now is Defender on Twitter, but there's a lot other people that are following that. But he was I always follow him, and Twitter started just blowing up. So let's get right into it. Anyone else has any information out there? Hey, share it with me. I would appreciate that, and I could find it, see what you guys are talking about. But this is one of the first things that I saw talking about the footage. Of course, we're seeing this a lot in Hezbollah, and also earlier in what was going on when Israel's after Hamas. And there was some of the footage of what happened in that attack against Nasrallah. I mean, that much firepower coming in one specific area, you knew that was a high value target that they were getting after. But let's do the timeline here. So that was about 3 hours ago, and then of course you got ambulance services, ambulance and emergency vehicles across Beirut rushed to the site of where the airstrikes were being conducted. This is some more footage of, I should say, the aftermath. Massive crater seen between multiple high-rise residential buildings. Again, this it was in Beirut itself. It says Lebanese media is reporting that 4 high-rise residential buildings within the suburb, I'm not going to even try, I don't want to butcher it, in Beirut have collapsed or been severely damaged by Israeli airstrikes. And then it started saying the primary target is said to be Hezbollah Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah. And then when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, we got something going on here. We got something going on here. Then Hezbollah security forces and other personnel are in total disarray around the sites in the Israeli airstrikes. Then he reposted from somebody saying a security source tells Reuters that Hezbollah's top officials are usually gathered at the site that was targeted by Israeli Air Force in Beirut a short while ago. And here we go, the massive destruction at the site of the Israeli airstrikes, the rubble, craters, all that remains of several high-rise buildings. That is a lot of damage. Holy crap. That's incredible. And then Israeli IDF is said to be conducting an assessment to determine if Nasrallah and the remainder of Hezbollah's high command structure was eliminated into precision strikes in Beirut. It was a decapitation strike, and there you go. That must have been the building that was standing. Again, that was a 7-story building at one time. As you saw in the first part of the footage. No. That's not. That's just the explosions of the bombs going off. That's all that was, Mark. But yeah, that's all that's left of that building. Again, whoever they were targeting again, this is before we found out what happened. They were going after somebody that they wanted eliminated. As you saw, the amount of impacts that happened was just absolutely incredible. I mean, I couldn't even tell you, over 10, maybe over 10 munitions must have been dropped. I'm sure the details will come out later. There it is, the outlines of 6 high-rise buildings. There you go. 4 high-rise buildings. Definition of a decapitation strike. If they were all eliminated, then Hezbollah is likely finished as any kind of organized fighting force. This is coming again from Defender, and we'll get into more people's tweets as well. Senior Israeli officials state that the United States was notified about the decapitation strike against Hezbollah. Okay. There we go. That's kind of the same stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Wow. Look at that. My goodness. That was no joke. Holy criminy. Wow. All right. Israeli sources state that the precision strike was only carried out after intelligence had been received that Hassan Nasrallah had arrived at the command bunker. Iranian and Iranian-backed channels are all calling for open war against Israel. We're going to get more into that. We can start talking about what may be the ramifications of this strike. And then again, if Nasrallah is actually killed, I don't see Iran not retaliating. Here we go. Air defenses and air bases across Israel have been placed on high alert. Again, that's in response. I shouldn't say in response, in a possible response of what Iran may do. Lebanese civil defense authorities state that they are currently unable to reach any of the victims that are trapped beneath the rubble in Beirut due to fires that are burning under the surface and unstable ground. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has returned to his hotel in New York City to receive security updates from the strikes on Beirut. And then it came out saying Hezbollah sources have told them that the Secretary General is in good condition at a safe place and that a statement will be issued shortly. Okay, here we go. Hezbollah appears to be telling the media that Nasrallah is alive and well, but we'll have to see what actually is the truth. Okay. Lebanese sources are also reporting, I don't know how to, Hashim Safi al-Din, the head of Hezbollah's executive council and considered the number 2 in Hezbollah behind Nasrallah, was killed in an Israeli airstrike. Oh, wow, we got some more footage coming in. Hold on. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu in New York giving the green light for the decapitation strike against Hezbollah in Beirut. Interesting footage coming out here. Senior Iranian security officials have told Reuters they are attempting to check the status of Nasrallah. Again, we're just following the timeline here, guys. Again, media organizations are reporting Nasrallah is alive, are only using Hezbollah sources who are not yet going to admit if he was killed. All right, here's the command bunker. Here we go. Israeli Minister of Defense, Yoav Gallant, watching the Israeli precision strike on the Hezbollah command bunker in Beirut earlier, alongside Chief of General Staff, Lieutenant General Herzai Halevi. I don't want to butcher the names, and the Commander of Air Forces, or Commander of Air Force, Major General Tomar Bar. There we go, watching it. We're just following the timeline, guys. Just bear with me here. Hey, what's up, Jim? Let's see. Okay, high state of readiness. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu will now be returning to Israel tonight instead of Saturday due to the ongoing security situation. That makes sense. Pentagon has now said the United States had no advance warning about the Israeli decapitation strike against Hezbollah in Beirut, despite senior Israeli officials claiming that they were notified. So that's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. Israeli military and defense officials said to be preparing for direct retaliation from Iran. Smart. Search and rescue operations beginning at the site. Boy, that is something. That just gives you a good example of how much area was destroyed. Holy criminy. Let's see. U.S. was not informed ahead of the strikes. Israeli Defense Minister Gallant was on the phone with the U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin once the attacks were already underway. Okay. There's probably a reason for that. Okay, here we go. President Joe Biden has been briefed. All right, where we go. Ha! Here we go. This is where it gets interesting. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, linked Iranian news agency, has now withdrawn their statement, which claims that Nasrallah was alive and well. See, again, we already know he is no longer among the living. Let's keep going. I'm just following the statements here and the timeline. Iranian embassy in Beirut released a statement calling tonight's Israeli decapitation strike against Hezbollah a reprehensible crime, while further stating it represents a dangerous escalation that changes the rules of the game. I'm gonna get more into what I think about this too as well here. Here we go. UK Foreign Office has posted a renewed call for British nationals to immediately depart Lebanon. Probably a smart idea, to be honest with you. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of people vacating Lebanon if they are not Lebanese or from the area. I want to be sticking around there. Let's see what we got here. There we go. More people retweeting what is being reported. One Israeli official said that the rationale behind the attack was that Nasrallah refused to decouple Hezbollah from Hamas in Gaza and stop the fighting on the northern border. Therefore, the decision was to take him out of the decision-making picture. Whew. Oh, this is interesting. After having refused to approve such an operation during the last two previous meetings, Israeli sources, again, take it for what it's worth. They don't have a source here, so I'm not going to you just got to kind of take it with a grain of salt. State that the decision to launch decapitation strike against Hezbollah Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah and the command bunker in Beirut was approved by the Israeli cabinet on Monday, for which the ability to carry out the strike was given to Prime Minister Netanyahu and Defense Minister Gallant. Okay, now the UAE is now being threatened by Iranian-backed terrorist groups. Israeli officials believe that Ali Karaki, the commander of Hezbollah's southern front, who survived an Israeli assassination strike earlier this week in Beirut, as well as several members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which are Iranians, were also in the Hezbollah command bunker at the time of the strike. That's some speculation there. According to the Iranian officials who spoke to the New York Times, Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, I think I'm saying that right, has called an emergency meeting of the Supreme National Security Council at his home compound. Yeah, not surprised. And of course, there's more rocket launches that are taking place against Israel. You kind of saw that coming. Iron Dome is in work. A senior Israeli official told Channel 12, again, this is in Israel. Israel is going to war. Okay. There's, again, rocket fire. This is 21 minutes ago. Again, that's nothing. That's no surprise there. And that's where we're at so far. Okay, let me take a look at some other things here. Let's see what else is going on. An advisor, again, this is 20 seconds ago, an advisor to Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has just said on Iranian state TV that the resistance includes strong leaders and cadres, and every leader who is martyred will have a replacement. Doesn't sound very, doesn't sound very confident, right? All right. All right. With that, let me bring in my co-host, Will. Hey, what's up, Will?
Yo, on a different location, but
hey, it's all good. It's all good. No worries.
Oh man, is my headphones not working? What's going on here?
It's working good, man. Working good. I just got kind of just going over the timeline. It's interesting, Will, because we were just talking about this yesterday. Remember in the show, it's like, you know, where is this heading? Specifically, you know, we talked about, you know, Ukraine, Russia, and Hezbollah and Israel.
Well, what's the response going to be now? You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
I agree.
This is massive.
This is taking it a step.
You woke up. No, man, I've been awake, Jim.
I tell you what, man. Holy crap, man. This is
Oh,
this is something. Look, ever since we'll call it Operation Pager, right? A lot of people are calling it. Ever since Operation Pager, you kind of knew there was something percolating bigger. You know, this wasn't just going to be, quote unquote, a strike of just of that type of magnitude of just the
it was
pagers.
like greasing the wheels, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you think right, and if you think about it, what you're doing is you're taking out their communication device to be able to communicate with each other.
Right.
I mean, talking about Hezbollah along with whoever else is supporting Hezbollah.
And now the head's cut off the snake.
I tell you what, man.
Complete chaos, bro. Complete chaos.
Right, because organizations like this are very top heavy, right? It's you know, speaking militarily, you know, if a command, say a brigade commander or even a platoon commander gets taken, well, guess what? You got capable NCOs or lower ranking in an officer corps that can take over and not have an issue. But when you take out someone like this, of this stature, talking about Hezbollah with Nasrallah, man, this is something.
When you speak specifically about, you know, a terrorist in general, they're going to be very top heavy on information just because of the fact that they are terrorists. So everybody's going to have limited knowledge, right? So this is going to really screw them up. This isn't like us in the military where you could lose a theater commander. That's going to be a big blow, but at the same time, somebody already is, you know, his backup, and you know what I mean. Somebody's already in place to take over.
Right. There's someone that could step right in. This is totally different. This is
different, yeah.
Totally
because
different.
They want to be clandestine because they are terrorists.
Again, for them to be able to undertake this, I mean, the type of intelligence, I shouldn't say the type, but the intelligence that they had on knowing that where he was going to be at this certain time.
Oh man.
I mean, it is. I mean, I'm sure they probably knew this for a long time. If you think about it, they knew this for a long time. And, but for them to actually go ahead and say, you know what, let's just go ahead and take out the guy. And we'll just see where the chips fall where they may. I think Israel's they've had enough. Ever since October 7th, I think that was the straw that broke
and prodded, and they've been poked and prodded. And
so now they just said, you know what? It's time to just be done with it. So that's what I'm hearing, Jim. That's what I'm hearing. That's what everyone's saying, I should say.
When I was looking at the live stream there, I think it was Agenda Freeze. They were trying to get that guy's body out of the rubble. Dude, there ain't nothing left of that guy. I mean, let's just be honest here.
It's going to be interesting. Let's see. I'm just looking here. Oh, Jonathan
is he confirmed?
Shanzer. This guy's on FDD. He's good. Israelis intelligence once again on display. Total penetration of Hezbollah. This has been a brutal month for Hezbollah and its paymasters in Tehran. So this, if you think about it, yeah, there's still, I mean, no survivors have come out of that strike. Space Coyote, what's up? Appreciate you hanging out here. He says Israel thinks they are so damn special that they think they have a right to start World War III.
Well,
I don't know. Well, let's break that down. Is it really going to start World War III? Here's a pushback on this a little bit. They're not going after Iran. They're just going after people who are specifically attacking Israel. That's what they're doing. They haven't. The only time they've ever gone after Iran is after Iran launched hundreds of drones and missiles and rockets at Israel. And the only thing that Israel did was blow up a couple of airplanes at an Air Force base. So is this really starting World War III, or are they just taking care of a festering problem that they have been dealing with for a very long time?
I'm smelling what he's stepping in. I get the rhetoric. I get it. People for years have thought of the Israel state having free will to do whatever the hell they want because, well, we're the chosen ones. And I understand that. I understand where he's coming from.
He thinks October 7th was set up.
Could very well be.
I mean, hey,
could have very well been.
You can think whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. But hey, this is a free country. I don't believe that. But hey, if you want to believe that, that's cool. I haven't seen anything that came out that says that. Will anything ever come out to substantiate that? Probably not.
man.
But
I mean,
again, that's a little bit of a reach. But hey,
like
he says it's going to start World War III. Look, I'm not gonna say that it couldn't lead somewhere. I think there's other things that could lead to World War III that has nothing to do with the Middle East.
Right. I think the Iranians right now are really.
I think they're a little bit worried.
They're a little worried, yeah.
They're a little bit worried.
They've been keeping Israel at arm's length for a little while now. When they've had the ability to attack them, I mean, they've even said they wanted to attack them, but they haven't done anything yet.
After Israel took out, gosh, I can't remember his name, in Tehran, the second in charge of Hamas.
Yeah.
Remember, Iran was sitting there talking about, oh, we're going to take care of them. We're going to take care of Israel. They're never seen wrath like the wrath we're going to spray down on Israel. And nothing ever happened. They went out with a whimper.
Right,
went out with a whimper. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that, I know for sure what's going to happen. I'm not going to ever say that. I'm just kind of giving you what I've seen. And yeah.
There's how much probably on this desk.
What's up?
So there's 6 pairs of sunglasses on this desk.
But it's going to be interesting to see if Iran retaliates, because again, Nasrallah was their guy, right? That was their guy in Lebanon.
Yeah.
And there's another thing we probably should look at. Remember the UN resolution 1701?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Israel supposed to be able to go up to a certain river? I'll have to look that up. I don't want to give out any false information.
Right.
But Hezbollah hasn't followed that. They haven't followed that the UN resolution. Everyone talks about rules-based. Here, that's another thing about rules-based order and stuff. You got to be careful with that, because there's those who want to do their own thing. They don't care about rules-based. They're going to do what they want to do. They could care less of what the UN says or whatever. So it's gonna be again, it's gonna be interesting to see how this all this works out.
Right.
Still waiting for confirmation on whether or not he was actually in the building. Did you see some of the pictures?
I've seen the video.
That building was flattened.
No, man.
Flattened. I mean, I should say building. It was buildings. I think they said there was 4 6-story buildings.
9/11 rubble.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see if there's anything else going on.
Oh my God.
Still more airstrikes. Holy crap, more airstrikes going on. Wow. Oh, that was okay, never mind. That's a reposted from yesterday. It's going to be interesting. Oh, here we go. Got something else here.
Yeah,
what's up, Jim?
Jim caught it. I was messing around with this freaking thing.
What were you doing?
I was messing around with this thing.
Oh, I didn't even see. I was looking at Twitter. Let's see. Daughter.
What the hell's the point of this shit?
The daughter of Nasrallah is believed to have been killed in the Israeli airstrike as well.
Ooh, interesting.
Of course, come on, they're in a command bunker, so
right.
They think that they're safe in this quote unquote command bunker. Did you see the strike that happened? I think I sent you the tweet of the.
Oh no! I mean, I watched that thing happen in real time on Agenda Free.
Oh, did it? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea, Jim.
Yeah, that was wild, man.
I think a lot more information is going to come out on who was in the bunker, who was affected. Wow. I mean, it's weird, man. I kind of wish we went on MHC tonight rather than last night, but hey, it's all good. We were kind of talking about it. The hell is that, dude?
I don't fucking know, dude. It's at my desk. there's like random Temu shit everywhere. What the hell is this for, man? It's even got a plug-in for something.
Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. Tune into MHC. You never know what you're going to get. All right. Have a good one, Jim. Thanks for showing up for a bit, man. Appreciate it, dude.
There's even a damn, look at that. It's a humidor.
Oh, there you go.
But it's a telephone humidor. I mean, what in the hell is going on?
You got Command Central going on over there. But, yeah. Again, to recap, IDF decapitation strike on Nasrallah, the head of Hezbollah. As you said, lopped off the head of the snake.
Hey, have a good work day, Jim. Hope you have a good one, dude.
I'm just looking to see. I'm seeing just more stuff on what's going on in Ukraine. It's kind of gotten quiet now. Oh, you know what? I want to let me. No, oh no, I already had that. Looks like Zelensky met up with Trump today.
Interesting. I didn't know.
What does that even mean? I don't. You know what? I'm not talking about that right now. I'm not going to even get into that.
Well, real quick, didn't John Kerry get in trouble for doing something like that? Meeting with the head of state not too long ago, maybe like 10 or 12 years ago.
Oh, when he wasn't president.
When he wasn't in any kind of
yeah. He was just a candidate. Yeah, there was some stuff going on with that. Yeah, I don't understand either. Whatever.
I guess things have changed.
Eric wants to know, what are the chances we get drug into this as far as troops on the ground? No troops will be on the ground for this. The only thing that we'll probably partake in is probably anti-missile defense. It's going to be interesting if they read. Well, no, they probably won't, because the Truman is on its way to the Eastern Med. It's probably going to be there. It left last week, I think. It left Norfolk, and it's on its way to the Eastern Med, so it's getting there. Because we still got the Abraham Lincoln that's out there in the Gulf. We got a bunch of other Navy assets over there in the Eastern Med. So as far as U.S. involvement, I think it's just going to be anti-missile defense. If it's something more significant that Iranian takes place, then maybe there'll be some airstrikes. But as far as boots on the ground, no. The only boots on the ground that you will see, you might see some Marines landing in Lebanon to evacuate American personnel out of the area. That's the only thing that you will see as far as, yeah. Now, that doesn't come without, it doesn't come without any retaliatory type of thing. Because, you know, once you start putting troops on the ground, and if people start taking pot shots, could it escalate? Yeah, absolutely, it could escalate. But I don't know. I don't see that happening. Again, the Marines that are off the coast of the Med, it's going to be primarily a rescue operation. And who knows? Could there be casualties? I don't know, man. I hope not.
I found the Timu drawer.
You found it, huh? Nice. Doesn't make it just.
Need some levity here while we're talking about something that could potentially drag us all into some bullshit.
Isn't that the truth? So you tell me, Will, what do you think? What do you think the response is from Iran? Do you think they do anything?
I don't know if they do anything at all. Why? Do they want to get sucked down that well? I mean, it seems like they've already.
Let's think about this. They've suffered quite a bit of setbacks. They tried to attack Israel. It failed, right?
Well, how much?
And it looked bad. They had pie on their face from that one, because whatever they did didn't work. Then you had, gosh, I can't remember what his name was. They got the Hamas guy they killed in Tehran. Right?
We had more than that, and they also lost one of their leaders.
And now they've lost Nasrallah.
Well, and before that, they lost their president, right?
Oh, in a helicopter accident. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so they've gotten body blowed and uppercutted.
So how many more setbacks does maybe, I don't know, is Iran just talking? I don't know.
That's all they are. That's all they ever have been.
And I'm just thinking here, you know, because one of the biggest fears, of course, in that region is does Iran have a nuclear weapon, or how close they are to having a nuclear weapon?
Right.
Israel has stated over and over they will not allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Right. I got a feeling if they're doing these type of strikes, I wonder if Israel knows maybe they're not close, or maybe they already have plans in place that if it comes to that, well, we know how to neutralize that threat. So it's going to be interesting to see how this. I tell you what, man. Jonathan, what was it, Shanzer? He kind of hit the nail on the head. Is like the intelligence capability of Israel is just unbelievable right now. You want to talk about? Let's think about it. Well, they're able to knock off the Hamas number 2. Mm-hmm. They had that pager operation, which was absolutely incredible, right? Then they had all these airstrikes on all these targets in Lebanon, right?
Right.
Now you're taking out Nasrallah. I mean, this is just absolutely incredible in what Israel is being able to accomplish in neutralizing a threat. I mean, it's really incredible.
No, they have the best tiller system in the world.
And here we go. Does this prevent Israel going into the Lebanon with ground troops? I think it might. If you think about it, if you're knocking off the main guy who's dictating the orders of what's going to happen and not going to happen, and then the surgical strikes that have been conducted, I mean, how many Hamas or how many Hezbollah leaders are still around, dude?
I don't know.
I don't think there's very many around, to be honest. There's not.
No, I don't think there.
And to be honest with you,
Oops.
are any of them going? No, you're good. Are any of them going to even want to pop their head out of a hole? Because they're seeing what's happening. So what kind of effect are they? How do you lead if you're not being able to go out there and do what you have to do as far as your what your mission is? There's no way it gets done. So I don't think Israel has to go in. I don't think they have to. Maybe they go in as a to make sure nothing crazy happens. Maybe.
Well, no, I think now they just sit back and wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
See what the reaction is.
Yep, and I think we'll get more of it as the day goes on, especially into nighttime over here, because with the time difference, it's in the middle of the night over there, so you probably won't get a whole lot coming out. But when it gets to daytime over there, that's when you'll start hearing some stuff.
Whoop.
Let's see what else we got here. Nothing else.
Let's see.
Yeah, the last bit of news I saw was just the daughter of Nasrallah was also killed in that strike. Well, where'd you go, Will? There you go.
Right here.
There you go.
I just went to a different tab on the damn iPad here. It went wigging on me. It wigged out on me.
But yeah, anyways, I don't know where we go now. This is just in its infancy. That's one beautiful thing about Twitter. Information is instantaneous about this stuff. Mm-hmm. So you find out now. Again, take it for a grain of salt. Do we know he's dead? There's no confirmation. But if you saw some of the pictures of the buildings, man, wow. I don't see how anyone was able to survive because they pancaked those buildings, them. I mean, the amount of I don't know, just by looking at how many mushroom clouds and explosions that were popping off, it had to have been over 10 different types of, or not different types, but 10 munitions hitting those area. I mean, it was woo. Now, do they have a tunnel network where they are able to escape underneath? I don't know.
You're done.
But supposedly they're not saying that he's alive. So I think if he was alive, Iran would have gotten some type of message saying that he's alive. I think they know he is no longer with.
Israel's not going to. Israel's going to know that he's dead or not, and that's what they've been saying, that they killed him. No, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, I think it might be. Here, let me just kind of take a look one more time. What did they say here? Let's see. Well, yeah, I remember I just read what the supreme leader said. As an advisor to the Iranian leader had said, the resistance includes strong leaders and cadres, and every leader who is martyred will have a replacement. So there you go. I think that kind of is the writing on the wall there.
Yeah.
And everybody is canceling flights in and out of Beirut. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happens in Tel Aviv next.
Right.
This Israeli official confirms to me that today's strike on Beirut targeted Nasrallah. It's very hard to imagine him coming out alive from a strike like that, said an official. Whew. I think pretty soon we'll probably see some what's up, Lethal? I think we'll see like gun camera footage of the strike. I think that'll eventually start trickling out. But I guess the latest is Netanyahu, who was in New York for the UN meeting. He was supposed to fly back on Saturday, but he's already on his way back to Israel. Again, just in case there's some type of a retaliatory act by Iran.
Makes
By
sense,
Iran.
yeah.
So, these next few days, keep your ear to the news, because if they are going to retaliate, it may be sooner rather than later. I'm guessing I'm sure Iran, just like any other nation who has a strong military, you always plan for contingencies like this.
Right.
And sometimes it just takes a few days for them to actually get everything set in motion. So, huge news out of Beirut, though.
Should be
Huge news.
interesting. Oh yeah.
And it's interesting. Remember, I said I was talking to you yesterday. It's like, man, how is this guy surviving? When they were showing the command tree or the command structure of Hezbollah, and it was pretty much everyone was dead but Nasrallah.
Right. Well, they got him today.
And they got him today. They got him today. That is just, whew. Here, let's take a look at that one more time, man. That strike was that was pretty damn incredible. And the guy started filming it after many impacts that already occurred. I mean, look at that. Hold on. Let me pause it, bring it back. Watch your ears. It's a little bit loud.
I can't hear shit anyways.
What's up, Shardall? All right, here we
Go
go.
Google.
Again, the guy started filming after bombs started dropping.
Sound like some kind of jingle for a commercial.
I mean, if you just listen to the explosions, how many explosions were right there? Oh no. Okay, we're probably talking about over 20. Oh my gosh, dude. We're talking about over 20. And then they showed did you see what is this? Oh, that's after. And this picture right here, Will, I mean, you tell me how anyone survives that.
Oh no, that's why he's
Look
dead.
at that. Literally
That's why he's
pancake.
dead.
There is no
Surviving that
way.
shit.
Even if you're underground, you got all that rubble coming down on top of you.
Mhm.
Goodness. I mean, was there some overkill? Probably.
Oh,
But they wanted to make sure no one was getting out of there. And I think they said it was 4. Oh, maybe 4 to 6 high-rise residential buildings all remain.
mhm.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyways, I think we're probably about done. I just wanted to come on here, kind of talk a little bit about it. Put out whatever information is already out there.
We should probably have a response probably this evening.
I'm guessing more news is gonna trickle out.
Right. I would imagine something around 2300 our time. That's usually how it runs over there.
And it's again, if things start getting really squirrely, we'll come back on here and talk about it as well.
Oh yeah.
But that is, again, I'm really, honestly, I didn't expect that to happen, to be honest with you. And remember earlier in the week, there's questions on whether Hezbollah's leader, Sinwar, I think that's his name, right?
Mhm.
Sinwar,
Mhm.
whether or not he is alive or dead. They're trying to
Right.
confirm whether or not he's dead, because they haven't heard from him. There has been no communication coming from Sinwar. And he's been stuck in Gaza underneath those tunnels since Israelis' response to October 7th. So he's been stuck in Gaza. Again, haven't heard anything from him. So he may be, I mean, this is for both Hamas and Hezbollah. This is significant. And here's a question. Does it mean more peace in the region? You're getting rid of bad actors, right? Probably not. It might in the near term, it may be safer. It may create a condition where things aren't as elevated, I guess is a good word.
Yeah.
But
no, man, it's an ideological battle. There's no stopping.
Yeah, I know that's the issue. It's ideological. Again, yes, you may have set them back for a while, but you got to keep an eye on whether or not they start reconstituting.
Right.
All right, well, let's get out of here. Again, guys,
All right.
stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Usually we try to go live when stuff like this occurs. If anything else starts transpiring, with Iranian response or whatever it may be, we'll be back on here to talk about it as well. Again, guys, thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, Will, thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, guys, take care now.
All right, see you.
Peace.